So guys, the video wey dey display for my screen na the Premier League victory parade wey Arsenal carry out barely hours of losing the Champions League final to Paris Saint-Germain. This particular celebration or parade wey they carry out don cause a whole lot of reaction on social media. Quite a number of elite coaches and players, they don also criticize Arsenal for carrying out such a parade. And one person wey be so na expect say yes, he must talk so long the matter concern Arsenal. Na José Mourinho himself don still come out come criticize Arsenal. Make we hear or make I read wetin him talk. Make una hear. He say if you lose a Champions League final, the last thing anyone expect is parade just hours later. As in, if you lose a Champions League final, the last thing anyone expect, barely hours of losing it, is a parade. And he went further to say, to me, that reflects a mentality issue. You know, Mourinho na one coach wey be say, oh, na winning. And Mourinho is always frustrated when he's not winning. And he's talking about mentality. That if Arsenal and a team will be say build their mentality on victory, they will not have the courage to celebrate winning the Premier League barely hours of losing a Champions League final. Then he went on to compare Arsenal with Real Madrid and Barca. He said at club like Real Madrid or Barcelona, they will be disappointed, reflection, and even frustration because those clubs understood what it truly means to compete at the highest level. So he said if na Real Madrid or Barca, he said because of the disappointment and they reflecting on how they lose that Champions League final, he said frustration will not allow them to go ahead to celebrate their winning a La Liga, barely hours of losing a Champions League final. Then he went further. He said what Arsenal did felt like the mentality of a club celebrating participation rather than demanding success. The difference between Arsenal and the biggest clubs is simple. Real Madrid and Barcelona do not celebrate reaching finals, they celebrate winning them. Anything less is viewed as a missed opportunity, not an occasion for a parade. As in, the difference between Real Madrid and Barcelona is that they celebrate winning the finals, not losing the final or reaching the final or even participating in any tournament. So they are always frustrated or disappointed if they lose out on a final. And because of that, they will not be courageous enough to carry out a parade of winning a La Liga, unlike Arsenal. And all of these things has to do with the mentality of the club. And that is why you can see the success of these both teams, Real Madrid and Barcelona, that they celebrate winning the finals, not reaching the final. Then he went further to say, winning the Premier League is a fantastic achievement. So he still acknowledged Arsenal winning the Premier League, that is a fantastic achievement, and nobody can take that away from them. But every club must decide what its standards are. Do you celebrate getting close or do you demand ultimate prize? The biggest clubs in the world have already answered the question. I believe say after reading this José Mourinho statement, many Arsenal fans, they will come after and say why he go talk say Arsenal still carry on with their parade of the Premier League when they win after barely hours of losing a Champions League. Yeah, I know say they go come after now because of how long they don't wait to win that Premier League. But if you still look the matter where wetin Mourinho talk, somehow e not bad. It has to do with his own mentality. So you go see say the mentality of José Mourinho is all about winning. And that is why you see say every club when be say indoor coach as a coach or manage, you see say success they always dey in one way or the other because of his mentality. As a no fit digest and say a team will celebrate a Premier League victory or hold a parade after losing a Champions League final barely hours of losing it, they still went ahead or have the courage to still celebrate their Premier League victory. As in, no fit digest am, no fit understand am. That's why I still compare Arsenal with Real Madrid and also with Barcelona. Say Barcelona, because of how high they are competing on the highest level, they not subject themselves to that extent. Say they will call they carry out winning a La Liga parade barely hours after losing a Champions League. Because of that disappointment, they will not even think of making out with that parade. And that now because of the mentality of the club being built on winning, not losing or participating in any tournament. That if Real Madrid and Barcelona are in any tournament, they go all out to win it. They are not happy that they participate in the tournament or they reach final in the tournament, but they are happy or they celebrate when they win that particular tournament. So you go see the mentality of José Mourinho, and I wish him success in this new Nigeria career in Real Madrid as the 2026-2027 season begin. So guys, I want you to also write your opinion on this particular video on the comment section. What you think about what José Mourinho have said and what you yourself have to say about Arsenal parading their Premier League victory barely hours of losing a Champions League final to Paris Saint-Germain. So write it on the comment section. If you are coming across this channel for the first time, please like, comment, share, and also don't fail to subscribe. Thanks for watching.